Hey guys, my name's Uzma. Welcome to my stripper series where we're going to be interviewing the biggest, the baddest strippers in all of London in 4K, on 4K. Make sure you like, comment and subscribe. Here to support the gang. The baddest stripper on the block. We've got in everybody! Alright, so we're going to be asking Eve a series of questions today about the stripper world, about the stripper life. Let's get into it. Cool. So first question, would you be able to share a bit about your childhood and where you grew up?
Yeah, of course. I'm an Essex babe. Essex. To be honest, I've grown up in Essex my entire life. Everyone always thinks I'm like East London. But I don't know, I feel like I just love Essex.
Yeah.
Like, I just love Essex. Essex is fun. It's where I first started dancing as well. I grew up with, I don't even know how to phrase it. Like, I had kind of like, I don't want to say I had a bad childhood. I don't have a bad childhood.
Oh God, listen.
Do you know what I mean?
Listen, we all got trauma. You don't even,
Don't
listen,
even
get me started. Once I start speaking, man.
I feel like most people that are in this industry, they've had some kind of difficult thing go on. I've only met a few girls that have had literally like bless up like childhoods. Otherwise, everyone's kind of had their own thing. I mean, I was really like insecure in school. I was really badly I was really badly bullied. Like my entire school life, like year 1 to like year 11, basically. Okay, maybe not year 11, but like year 9, I think, is when it kind of chilled out. And then I moved like for sixth form and stuff like that. I think that's probably kind of why I started doing this, because I just don't care. I think when you go through so much when you're growing up, when you get to like being an adult, you just stop caring. Do you know what I mean? Like, people can think what they want to think. I don't give a fuck. You do what you want when you want, because you know that realistically people are always going to talk. And I think that's what my whole upbringing taught me. Like, I've been very independent my whole life. I've always had to really fend for myself, and I still do now. And I fend for myself, and I do everything for my little dog that I have at home.
Yes, she a dog mom.
I'm a dog mom. It makes me want to pull my hair out. But
First of all, I just want to say thank you so much for sharing that about yourself, because that was really deep. But also as well, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. And I'm telling you, the baddest bitches are the ones that have gone through the most shit. True. So thank you for sharing that with us. Oh my God, I love this. So what were your interests and aspirations as a young person? What did you know when people are like, what did you want to be when you were growing up?
oh my God, do you know what? Like, nowadays, it's when I was younger, I well wanted to be a singer. Like, I well wanted to be a singer. And then I wanted to do like, I think I wanted to be a vet at one point, like a veterinarian.
Shut up, why are you so mean?
Because I love animals. I love animals. And that's why I was like, I just really want to be a vet for so long.
I've got 2 cats, mate. Yeah,
I think that's why I have a dog. But besides that, I think, yeah, I just wanted to have fun. And I wanted to have money.
I love that. Do you know what? You're giving Mariah Carey. It's giving listen, don't even. It's giving singer.
I'll start bearing out some notes. I'll start my career now.
Anyone that's seeing this Simon Cowell, bring her on.
Period. Sign me up, babe.
Period.
Like, I can make you an EP. Don't worry about it.
Alright, cool. So, how did you first become interested in becoming a stripper?
Oh, so you know what? I actually used to love being a stripper. Like, I used to watch like all the like YouTube videos of American girls. Yeah, up in the club, they was on the pole. They was just doing their thing, and I was like, they are so cool. Like, I just always thought strippers were so cool. I don't know why I just so loved it, but eventually I was kind of like, I'm gonna try it. I was like, I'm gonna try it.
Yeah,
because these bitches is cool, and I think maybe I should kind of aspire to be them, and then I ended up here doing it. So, child me would be happy. You know what I mean? Like, it's something she wanted.
Stop it, don't, because you actually gave me emotional. Okay, so what was your first experience on the job like? First day of work, first day as a stripper, talk to me.
So real. I started in Southend. I worked in Southend for ages, but I did start in Southend, and I loved it. Like, the club that I was at, the first club, not so much anymore. Like, we fell out quite bad, but the second club, in Southend, loved them. But first shift, went in, had this really cute dress that I bought, overpriced. Like, you can get one Shein for like £1. I think I bought it for like 35 quid. I go in, I think I'm feeling my roots. I'm like, yeah, I feel cute, whatever. I go into the club. I proceeded to just get really anxious and like really, like I got so anxious, I got so nervous. I was like, oh my God. And then I saw all these beautiful girls, because one thing about being a stripper, you're always going to work with really, really, really pretty women. And you have to really understand that no matter how beautiful everyone else in the room is, you are still beautiful.
Exactly.
And that another woman's pretty doesn't discourage your pretty. I think that's saying, do you know what I mean? But like, you can still be beautiful with 10 other beautiful women in the room. It doesn't matter. And I think I didn't understand that when I started. And I went in, I remember I spoke to a couple customers. I was so awkward. And like, because they didn't immediately want to take me for a dance, I was like, oh my God, okay, I should go home. People don't want to spend money on me. And I was like,
shut up, don't say that.
Oh, listen, now, I make my money.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But before, when I started, I think I was just so nervous. Now, as I said, I don't care. I don't care.
Do you know what? I feel like everything is a process.
Absolutely.
So everyone's first day isn't going to be how their 100th day is. But no, don't listen. I hope you never feel like that again, okay?
I always want to just grab that baby stripper me and just be like, you're
You've
pretty,
got this.
you've got
Yeah.
this, just come in and be you. Like,
it really is a process, and I feel like, you know what, you do have to go through those dark days or those sad days for you to get to a better place.
For sure.
You have to be so low for you to be like, I'm not gonna feel like this anymore, and I'm better than that, and then you get to the happy you. What I want to know, right, is describe a typical night at work for you. Let's go. Start to finish.
Typical night, go in. I'm usually a little bit late. Going into work.
You know, them ones when you're like, oh yeah, 10 minutes away, and then you're sat down since 40 minutes, and you're like, oh shit.
Are you like, I'm going to try and make it 10 minutes? You never do. It's always the full
10
40
minutes.
Like, usually a little bit like, but you know what as well? I quite think that if I'm paying a house fee, it's kind of up to me if I'm going to be a little bit late, because they charge me more if the later I come.
Wait, sorry. Talk to us about that.
Well, house fee. So, because we're self-employed, we have to pay house fees. Not every club will take one. Both the clubs that I started at in Southend, and it's always the smaller clubs, won't take house fees.
What does a house fee mean for the viewers that are watching and they don't know?
So a house fee essentially is to pay to work. So you pay for your slot in the club, and then depending on what club you can go to, will depend on how much you pay. Some clubs will charge you, I've been to some clubs that charge you £20, £30. I've been to other clubs that charge you £100, £180, like, just to work. Yeah. And it's jarring because I always add it up with my transport and things like that as well. So sometimes you find, and that's why sometimes if you don't make money on a night, and you come home and you've spent £150 on a house fee, you've got like £20 in Ubers or whatever. Sometimes if you've got Uber whole way home, it's like £60.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh, so I've actually lost £300 tonight, and I've actually
how much have I made?
Yeah, that's it. Like, I always add it up. For me, it's always a calculation thing, because it's not worth going into work for however long, spending all this money, and then I don't take any home. But then sometimes the risk, I find that the clubs that you spend more house fee at, you're a lot more likely to make more money. So the ones that I'm making, that I spend big house fee at, then the money I take home, I'm not unhappy about what I've spent. So it's alright. But a house fee is annoying. Very, very annoying. So.
Okay. Alright, cool. So you got into the club now. This is the usual night for you at work. You've got into the club. How do you pay the house fee? Like, how do you pay the fee? Like,
so house fee, you usually just give it straight to your house mum. Your house mum, some clubs will have house mum.
Talk to us. Everyone needs to know about the house mum, because it's
I love a house mum, and I wish house mums were a bigger thing in the UK. In the US, and I get so jealous, the US house mums, they will cook up food for the girls, they will have outfits, they will have everything. In the UK, we don't have enough house mums, and the house mum I have at the moment, she's lovely. I really fuck with her. Like, she makes sure she helps you with your sales. A good house mum will make sure that you're getting your sales. She'll help you. Like, if you go up to the bar and you're asking for drinks, they're gonna encourage and they're gonna gas you up in front of customers. That they're gonna be essentially the person that helps you out. And if they're not on the bar helping you, then they're gonna be in the changing rooms. Yeah, changing rooms. They're gonna be in there. They're gonna be outfits, makeup, helping you with food, making sure, like, they're just essentially our mum, like, just our mum that looks after us and makes sure that we're all doing the best that we can. We all look the best that we can.
I love it. Stop it.
I love it. There was a house mum that had, actually, it was really sad. I had a house mum, my first house mum in my first club. She actually died this year. She was amazing. All the girls who I used to work with, I was sad, you know, like, really, really sad. She was lovely, and she was such a house mum that everyone called her mum. Like, that's the only house mum I've ever had that everyone just called her mum. And yeah, she, like, that actually, I think that rocked Southend when that happened, to be honest with you. Like, Shell.
R.I.P. Shell.
Yeah, R.I.P. Shell.
Let's all give a minute for Shell, because
that was a lady. Period.
Just give him mom.
She
Yeah.
was house mum.
Bless you.
House mum down.
And that's a lot to go through because I feel like people don't understand, but this is a job. And you know, when you see your house mum every day and the support that she gives you. So I love the fact that you explained it a bit because people get to know what a house mum is. Yeah, she's there to help you, to support you, to get you ready for your shift. R.I.P.
I know.
R.I.P. Girlie. Yeah.
I know she's resting well.
Yeah.
I know it. She deserves it. She rested. Yeah.
So, yeah, cool. You getting into work.
So I get in late. I get in, I'm there and I'm late. And so, what do I do? I usually have to go in and get a little drink. I like a little...
Yes. I thought it was just me. Oh my God, I just want to say, right, I'm not an alcoholic, but I might be actually. You just need it to spruce you up a little bit to get you started for the night. I thought it was just me. Yeah.
Well, no, but I do because, do you know what, yeah? I don't know if I can say this on here. But
No, say it, we're
so
good.
I usually will walk in, I'll smoke a little bit of my joint before I go in. And then, everything. So I usually walk in, I'll smoke a little bit of my joint before I go in. And then I'll go in, I have a little drink. And then I feel a lot more loosened up. Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
I feel like I'm a lot more prepared for what's going on. Sometimes talking to people all night long is very tricky. And sometimes people aren't that nice and it can be a lot. So sometimes it's a lot easier to deal with when you've had a couple of drinks,
Oh,
couple of shots.
you're killing me.
And I think sometimes that just makes it a little bit easier. So then I get in, I'll
See that
usually
again.
observe the floor.
Mm-hmm.
If it's a busy night, then I'll go in, I'll observe the floor, I'll see what's going on, and then I'll take my pick on who I want to go to. And that just depends on if someone's looking me in the eyes. If someone's staring, I'm like, I'm going over there. And then if I see people that look like they go on for dances, to them. And that's it. And I always, when I go in, I always go and talk to the people in the bar, because I just love the bartenders in my club. And I'll go and talk to all the security. And then I'll go and make my money. And that's it. That's the usual.
Yes.
And then it's just how the night goes. It's hit and miss. It's so annoying because I couldn't tell you exactly how a night at stripping is, because every night's different.
Yeah.
Every single time. Every single time.
You
Some
never
nights,
know.
some nights you're back to back into rooms where you're doing single dances. Sometimes you're in a VIP, you're in there all night. And then sometimes you're in a VIP for a bit, doing some single dances for a bit. But you're always doing something. And it's always different. That's what's nice. Always switches up.
Oh, I love that. The next question I'm going to ask you, honest to God, this is one of my favourite questions because everyone's so different and you never know how anyone's going to answer this, right? Mm-hmm. Cool. Are you, wait, first of all, are you actually ready? Because I'm not going to lie, I feel like this question's a bit deep.
Oh, no.
How has this career impacted your personal relationships?
Oh,
girl.
So, you know, okay, right. We're getting into it. Do you know what? So, friends, I feel like I've got some friends that really support it and that really, really back it. None of my friends don't particularly dislike it.
Okay.
But I've got some friends that you can tell they don't want me to be in it no more. But one thing about me is I'm gonna do my thing regardless. Yes, you can't get in my way. Like, and so that's why I kind of feel like I don't, like, as much as it affects them, I also think it can't. It's funny, a lot of my like friends and stuff probably still don't even know. And I know now that I'm starting to be a lot more open about it, it's going to be a very real thing that everyone's just going to find out. But still with me, like, are you paying my bills?
Thank you. No, but why do you have such a big opinion on what I do in myself and my life? Don't, because I got triggered by this yesterday, yeah? It's like, cool, you don't do it, it's not your thing, but that's not for you. This is me, this is my life.
Even this week, now we talk about it, there was a guy, I used to like him when I was in school, yeah?
Okay.
And he thought he was too good for me.
Oh,
and I found this week, him and his best mate, they found my account and they was in my views. They was they was watching my stories, they was doing up everything. I was like, see, you still bothered. Everybody is bothered. Everyone's gonna be bothered about it. Everyone's gonna judge you regardless. So do whatever the hell you want. I would say though, I don't know if I have a partner for a while. Just because they always say they're okay with it and then they're not. All of a sudden, like, they'll go into it, they'll be like, oh yeah, my girl's a stripper, like, oh, that's so cool, I date a stripper. And then all of a sudden, it's, oh, I'm dating a stripper. Oh my God, you in the club, you doing this, you know. Oh, I can't be arsed. Like,
I know.
I got bills to pay, I got a dog, he's enough. He's enough. That's my man. Like,
I gotta eat.
That's it, like, I don't care.
And you know what, another thing I want to say is, as well, I feel like from what you've told us, they like the idea of it. When they go and they're chatting to you, like, yeah, she's sexy, she's doing her thing.
Absolutely.
But then when they're actually chatting to you and they're deep in like, this is what you're doing for work, it's like they don't like it.
Well, because you come home and you go, oh yeah, I had a really good night at work today. You go, oh yeah.
Is that, oh yeah?
All they're thinking is, oh, so you've been in VIP for a really long time doing, like, no, obviously we don't do nothing like crazy, but you know, like, they're sitting there thinking, oh, my bird's been flirting with someone for like 5-6 hours, and so eventually they don't like it, and I can't even be mad at it. I can't sit there and be angry, like, if that's not what you're about,
You
it's
knew
not what
what
you're
you were
about.
getting into though. That's another thing for me. Like,
Thank
cool,
you.
you like it in the beginning, and then in the end, you're kind of like, oh yeah, well, no, I'm not really feeling it. But you knew. When you met me, you knew this is what I was doing. No, sorry, because you actually get it.
Because you know, I dated a bouncer at one of my clubs. Sorry, I did it. Little baby stripper. I dated one of the bouncers, and he used to be like, oh, first of all, you met me at the club. You met me as a stripper.
Thank
and
you.
then all of a sudden, he didn't like that I was a stripper. And I was
Thank
like,
you.
what, do you want me to quit? Like, that's how you met me. And so,
I need to
man,
make my money. I need to eat. Like, the fuck?
You know what, I didn't break up with him. No, thank you.
I didn't see that coming.
No.
Yeah, so, no, sir, listen.
No, expect the unexpected.
I
See
was
you
like-
later. One thing about me, bye.
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 Oh no, stop it. Bye,
Bye,
Felicia.
bye.
'Cause
See you later.
honestly, if you're not affecting me, if you're not benefiting me in any sort of way in my life, holding me
you.
down,
Yeah.
no positivity. Bye, Felicia.
See you later.
We ain't got time for
I
you,
ain't
yeah?
fucking with it. Sorry.
This kind of ties into the next question that I'm going to ask, right? But how do you see men differently from doing this work?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what? I find them a lot more. One, I used to be like really like nervous when I spoke to men because I used to like get like shy. No, that doesn't happen. I don't feel it too much anymore. But I feel like, sorry, because there's men in the room. But I feel like you're very readable. It's so much easier to read men now. I feel like I can have a conversation and kind of know intentions now. And also I've seen some really nasty sides to men, even if like just in general being rude or just the way they feel. Like some men feel entitled, and it's really nice because I can now kind of tell the difference between actually a nice guy, not a nice guy, an actual nice guy and a rude guy. It's so much easier to see that now, who's got real intentions, who's got niceness for you, because I don't know, I feel like once you've been stripping for so long, eventually you start to actually source out what people are like in their hearts, because there's even people, when I'm in the club, I won't bother talking to them. So I can't I can outsource. Is that
No, that makes sense because I fully. By the way, I fully got that. No, don't because I fully got it. As long as I got it, that's what matters.
That's all that matters. As long as you got it, I don't know. But yeah, I feel like it's so much easier now to do it. And also, I think it does. There was a point I hated them. I'll be so honest. I'm sorry. I hated men for a while because every single man was literally like, I just would see them and be like, ugh, because I just spend so much time talking to them all the time. Obviously, that's gone away now. But I think now they're so much more easy to read. Yeah, but in general with people as well, I can read people so much easier now because it's what I do 8 hours a day, weekly, a lot.
I think this kind of ties into what we're talking about as well. But what kinds of characters would you say that you come into the club?
Or, you know what, you get a bit of everyone. You do get a bit of everyone. The most stick out character that definitely comes in a lot, and they come into every single club, it's really funny. You get men who come in who, I don't know whether they're not great at talking to other women, or they don't have a lot of luck with other women, or, for whatever reasons. But they come in, and because they know that the women are talking to them because they have to, essentially, because we want money, they come in to just try and belittle women. Mm-hmm. That is a character that I would say goes to every single club. They come in just to because I think it almost makes them feel better that all these sexy women are coming to them. Hey baby, you want to go for a dance? Hey baby, you look cute. Da, 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 da. And then they go, oh no, whatever, and they're just rude to them. And I think that pisses them off. I think they love the idea of coming in and being able to be like, oh, I hate this girl. I don't like her. Da. But they're actually not that good. They're not that bad. They think they're bad, but we all see right through it. We all know when they come in and they're doing that. Every single girl in the club will know that you don't have luck with women outside of the club, and so you're coming in here to make yourself feel better by putting down beautiful girls. And the thing is, it's annoying because it works on the little baby strippers, and they get all upset. And I'm like, yo, one thing, yeah, if a man walked into a strip club, yeah, and then has the audacity to tell every single stripper she's ugly and he doesn't want to go for a dance, what are you doing in here? Get out.
Thank you. Thank you.
Get out.
Thank you.
And also, never listen to the opinion of someone who's actually, how do I say this nicely? Who's not where you want to be in life. Like, don't listen to them. Don't listen to them. That's fine. Do your own thing. Me personally, I don't listen.
Oh, you need to stop being funny because I'm actually gonna wet myself. Honestly, I'm not even joking.
He said, I'm about we.
Okay, so next thing I want to ask you is your goal to make money and do something else? So is this, like, talk to me about the stripping. Is this just a side hustle? Is this a main hustle? Like, yeah, what were you talking about?
So she was a bit more of a side hustle before, and then I left my old job and started doing this a bit more.
Nice.
Because actually,
I know, it always happens.
Yeah, I worked in healthcare as well. Like, I had to get out of there. Like, it was, I liked it, but it wasn't for me, and I don't like doing things I can't put myself into 100% because I don't think it's good for you or good for anybody else. Do you know what I mean? So I did that. This has kind of become a bit more of my main hustle. I still got
I love it.
But the plan is to make all my money and get into pole. I'm a big pole dancer. I love pole dancing, so I want to go into the pole community and leave stripping. Do you know what I mean? But so then I'm still technically connected to stripping because of pole dancing, but I'm just not having to do the bit where I talk to horrible people sometimes for like 8 hours a night, which is great. And the pole community is so lovely. So lovely. Oh my goodness. I've been there not long and they've welcomed me with open arms, so I want to do that.
And one thing that I've realised with pole especially as well is that everyone supports everyone.
Yes. Well, this is what I like. I like girls that support girls, and something about this, like, stripping is hard because, and you can't blame the girls because they're a product of their environment, but it becomes competition. Do you know what I mean? And you go in and you go to new clubs, girls don't want to talk to you, girls don't want to chat to you because they're threatened. And then because when you start making money, I always say to girls, I'm like, if girls are not mean to you at clubs, it's because you're doing something right.
Can we actually speak on this? Yeah. Happy hoes ain't hating hoes ain't happy hoes. Period.
I want this on a shirt. This saying, I want it on a shirt. Because if you are doing something right, then more people are going to talk. People aren't going to talk negatively on you if they have nothing to be threatened by. Because why are they going to just turn around and just talk shit? They won't. So if people are talking shit, yo, babe, you're doing something right. And I always notice when you're making your money, you're making your bag, you don't get in people's way. Me, I'm good at pole. Other places, they you know what I mean? People, they chat shit, they hate. And I don't care. Do what you want to do. Talk what you want to talk about. I'm making my money.
And we were saying this before as well, it's always the BITCHs that are doing the most talking when they're not on anything. You want to sit, the people that are on stuff, they're not sitting here talking rubbish, talking niche about other people.
If you actually had a problem with me, you'd come and discuss it with me. But if you're just sitting there running your mouth, talk. I don't care. I'll just keep doing my thing. The world goes on, babe. Like, the world goes around. I don't care. Listen, like, I don't care.
Right. Let's get onto the money side of things, right? So, would you say you're making better money doing this than the healthcare profession, for example?
Absolutely. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Healthcare, I found myself busting my arms, breaking my back. I also am a better night worker, and this job, less hours, more money, more time. Like, of course, like, there's a reason I left the healthcare to do it. Do you know what I mean? Like, healthcare's a lot easier to tell your friends and family that you're working in, but hey, I was
gotta do what I gotta do.
Yeah, I'm happy now. I'm comfortable, finally. It's nice.
Okay, so going into the same sphere as well, I just want to say, do you ever wonder what your life would still be like, or other people's experiences in different careers would be like? What do you think? Do you think, right, you'd be the same person as you are now if you were still doing the healthcare stuff? I mean, who you are as a person, life.
I know exactly what... Yeah, no, I think this has really made me someone else. For sure, I think it's really made me a lot more confident. It's made me feel a lot more, like, self-assured. Like, I feel like... This is the one thing I think people are always going to think that strippers are really insecure, but we're not. Like, this job has built me such a backbone that, like, people could say anything to me now, and I'll literally be like, right? Like, I remember, like, stuff when people, like, I used to go out and people used to, like, say stuff and it used to make me upset, and now, like, you actually could say anything to me, and I'd literally be like, right? Like, I should be like,
I'm a baddie, you can't tell me nothing!
Yeah. Say what you want, I am sexy, and that's how I feel, like, I don't care. And you learn as well here in dancing that you might not be everyone's cup of tea, but that doesn't mean that you're not a real good cup of tea. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's fine.
Oh my god! You tell him again, baby. Is your life drama free?
I like to keep it that way. But probably not. No, I feel like a lot happens all the time. But I'm just like,
from the stripping, would you say? I mean, in terms of work related, would you say there's been more drama happening from ever since you started stripping?
Yeah. Do you know what? Because I think stripping drama just kind of follows you. You can't really. I like move around a lot as well because I don't like drama, and because when you stay in somewhere for too long, drama is there. And the drama, I will tell you, follows you absolutely everywhere. You will not go to a single club and feel like you are not having some kind of drama. Like you'll always be involved in something, and it's so dry. And even me, the clubs I work at, I don't even talk to people. I'll go in, I speak to the nice girls, but then I won't talk to anybody else because one thing, I don't like drama. I don't like it. I like peace and I like money, and that's it. So please keep your drama out, but they will force drama in the clubs for sure.
Also, question. This is like a two-sided question, but first question: how old are you? I don't even know how old you are, bro.
Are you guys ready?
No, are you ready? Tell him.
I'm 23.
Yes. What's the most important lesson that you've learned in your 23 years of age so far?
What's my most important lesson? Oh my God, I will always remember. And I had this really good friend from my friend's uni that I met, and he said to me, he literally looked at me, and I'll never forget, he just said, trust the process. And I was like, what? But it's actually so valid. Like, I feel like every single thing that you do in your life will have some kind of result, it's going to have some kind of backfire on you, whatever, but everything that you do will line up to something. Something will click, something will make sense, something will start to show you that you love things again, and you just have to trust that your life is going to work things out. I think social media and stuff like that now have poisoned us to think that we have to have everything sorted out by the age of 20. You don't. Like, people, your 20s are made to work things out. Your 30s even, you can still be working stuff out. I think it was Oprah that said her life didn't start until she was like 50. Like, you don't have to work things out. Things will work for you when they're meant to. And that's it. So trust the process, 100%. I'll always stick to that.
I'm sorry, I actually feel really emotional. That was beautiful. Oh my God, thank you. Fucking hell, girl. Wasn't that kind of show?
Like, everyone get your tissues out.
Alright, last question, right? What advice would you give to a teenage girl that's trying to grow up fast? Or actually, I want to make this personalised to you. What advice would you give to your younger self, being you now and looking back?
My younger self, I'd be like, babe, stop worrying. I actually think that would be a big thing. I'd just be like, calm down, like, things are gonna work, people are nasty, that is just a big part of life, but you can't let other people being nasty bring you down, because when people are mean to you and people say stuff to you, it's always a reflection of yourself, and I think it takes themselves, and I think it takes a really long time to learn that as a person, that the way people speak to you and the way people treat you is always a reflection of yourself, because you think it's your own fault. And I would always say, like, just worry about yourself. Don't worry about nothing else. Don't worry about anyone, their opinions, what they think about you, what they say about you. Worry about you. That's it. That's what I would love to just grab myself and just be like, you've got this. Just don't listen, because people will put doubt in your head. And that's when you start to fail, because you start listening to other people's small-minded ideas. And people, like I saw some video and it was like, this girl was like, oh, like she did like a quote and it was like, how's your little samba thing going, when she just started? And then this girl's like up there doing like big old samba shows and dancing and blah, blah. People will come for you until you're doing well, but they don't want to be there for the ride. They don't want to be there for the climb, yeah? And you are going to be the one that's there for the climb. So worry about yourself. And I will always say as well, I would say to my younger self, look out for the people that were there for the climb. Look out for the people that were there for the journey, because that's what's important. Those people that aren't there, but then they want to be there for your success, they ain't your friends. And that is a big one, because that used to upset me a lot. I used to be like, oh my God, where are all my friends when I'm shopping? Oh my God.
No, don't, because I love that. It was so beautiful.
Thank you. I love to like sit and just talk to my little inner child.
Okay, so one of the last things I want to say before we love you and leave you is, would you like to tell everyone your Instagram, TikTok, anything that you have? Where can we find you? Where can we support you? Where can we love you from?
Thank you. You can support me on my Instagram. It's literally all I have at the moment, but it's Baby Eve. It's BBYEVEX. That's me. And that's where you can support me and everything. But I don't have anything else. So